If someone came up to you and told you they wanted to be a filmmaker, what would you say to them?
Oh God, no. Um, oh why? Um, uh, yeah, I do two careers fairs for both the schools that my children went to. They left years ago, and I went. Well, yeah. Um, and I say the same thing. I always say to them, and these kids are young because they're
Yeah.
17 and 18, about to take their A levels, and they go, and I go, I'm really interested in getting into the movie business or television, and I go, what do you want to do? And they go, I really want to be a director. And I go, fantastic. What have you made?
Yeah.
And they go, well, I haven't made anything yet. And I went, why haven't you? Why haven't you made anything? You've got a phone. There's free edit software everywhere.
Hmm.
There's like you can buy stuff all over the place really cheaply on Amazon. Why haven't you made a film? Might be crap, but why haven't you made a film? I was
Yeah.
making stuff on Super 8, mate,
Yeah.
where you had to wait for it to come back and cut it together. Um, the 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 easiest ones, if anybody wants to go into the technical side of it, they go, I'm really interested because I love photography. I want to become a cameraman. You go and work at a kit hire company. That's your first port of call. You go
Okay.
to a kit hire company, you go and work there because you'll get to know camera people, you get to play with all the cameras, your knowledge will expand like there's no tomorrow. You'll know all about the kit, and that's how you get, and then suddenly you get a job when the DOPs go, do you want to come and assist me on a shoot? And that's how you make that segue. If you want to get into the production side of it, the we get 10 or 15 emails, to whom it may concern, dear sir, madam. Don't
Yeah.
do that. Go on somebody's website and look at a film, even if you don't like it. Just at least say something, or
Yeah.
call up the production company and go, who do I write to? And if they're horrible, then you don't want to go and work for them. And if they're pleasant, like us, you do want to go and work for them. The best guy, and this is just the best story about just being brilliant. There was a young guy called George Davis, and we were filming in here on the day he turned up, and we were desperately, the makeup artist was trying to make a child cry. I know that sounds horrible. And I was going to poke him in the eye, that'll be fine. That'll make him cry.
Smearing onions in
Yeah,
his
smear
face.
an onion on it, and they would put in glycerin, but it was, and we had the whole thing of this tear had to go right down a particular thing, so we were trying to work it out. It was fine, we were doing it, and suddenly one of the guys here came up and said, "There's a guy here who wants to see you. He's got his CV with him." I said, "He's got his what? What? Yes, well, yeah, lovely. We'll put it on the." And I said, well, "Hold on a minute, mate." I said, "What do you mean you got your CV? What are you doing?" And he literally, what he did, and that's why he's so successful now, is that he gridded. He got Google Maps and he gridded the whole of London,
Yeah.
and he literally gridded out and worked out where all the production companies were, all their addresses in each little grid. And each day or every other day, he would go and work that grid and drop his CV off at each one of those production companies. And I hired him on the spot, and I went, "We've got a shoot in 2 days' time. You're on it." And he just went, "What? Yeah, but don't you?" I said, "No. Anybody who does that
Yeah.
is extraordinary." You know.
What's he doing now?
Well, he moved. I think he's moved out. We lost contact with him actually. I think he moved out. He moved out of London, but we had him on for about 7 or 8 films,
Okay.
and we had him in the office doing pre and in post, and he was amazing and just a joy and a thing to work with. And but that's what you do. The other piece
Just
of
goes to
advice,
show, doesn't it? Just putting in that little extra bit of effort that most people won't do.
don't do to whom it may concern. Well,
Yeah.
because most people go delete. I'm
Bin.
sorry, mate, if you can't make the effort. And the other one is, and if you want to build up a portfolio, learn how to shoot on your phone or on a cheap DSLR camera that does video. You can pick them up secondhand. Learn how to edit.
Yeah.
Just Adobe Family. Get understand After Effects, and get those three and get really competent at them. There's no reason why you shouldn't. And go to big firms. Go to loads of corporate firms and go, "This is what I do. Do you have any in-house positions for me to do internal communications and film them?" And we've had it with a couple of other people who have, in fact, we lost work through it, actually. Basically got it, and they
I
what they
let
call
this
that.
advice out.
Yeah, and they cut us out. I just went, hold on. Um, and because then you'll learn on the job, and you're getting paid. Don't
Yeah.
don't it's a business, it's a job. You've got to get paid. Don't give it away for nothing.
Yeah.
And it's a hard one. But do that. Watch every film known to man. Turn the sound off and watch how it's put together. You know, watch why have they cut there? Why have they cut? Why did they cut there to that reaction? Why is that? Why have they gone for a wide shot? You know, just question everything when you're looking at it, but watch it without the sound. You know, so you're sitting there going, does it still make sense?
Yeah.
This film,
Uh,
and don't just watch Marvel films. Just saying. Not that there's anything wrong with them because they're great,
no.
but you know, don't.
Out of curiosity, what's your sort of view of YouTube and filmmakers on YouTube?
I think it's you know, fill your boots, boys and girls. You know, go for it. Go, you know, don't nick other people's stuff. But you know, just go for it. And if you can monetize it, and you get up every morning, there is nothing better than your first paycheck as a filmmaker. You go, my God, somebody's actually paid me money to
Yeah.
do something I really, really like and love. And YouTube is, you know, the same. I think I don't know what they do when their lifespan on YouTube runs out, because I know that they're getting money from adverts. But if they suddenly want to become an independent filmmaker,
Yeah.
you and the whole monetization of that bit where you're going to have to you're going to have to speed up. It's great spending 7 days on an edit,
Yeah.
but in the real world you can't spend 7 days on an edit
No.
unless you've got the budget for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'd read anything. You know, I look at TikTok occasionally, not very often. Um, and YouTube, and I try and keep up with what's going on in YouTube and stuff. And some of it is inane beyond belief.
Yeah.
And then there's others which I sit there and go, and my poor business partner Chris is going, I can't believe you're watching it. I was saying, but these four lads are hysterical. It's like four mates together mucking about,
Yeah.
and they're filming it, and they've got 8.5 million people watching them,
Yeah.
following them, and you go, it's funny, it's really sweet, you know.
But it's
This,
a good
it's just,
learning ground, isn't it?
oh, it's and you can fail, you can cock up
Yeah.
big time, and nobody really cares as long as you don't
Yeah.
upset anybody.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm a great believer in you just go for it. Everybody does it, and just go out and do it, and stop making excuses about not doing it. Because the
That's okay.
technology's out there and it's within everybody's reach. So
Yeah.
off your pop and start
Okay.
making films. There you go.